So for the month of July, talking about getting ready to move into the Wynn, as of today, July 6th, we are 116 days away from moving into the Wynn. Our move company, HCR, is starting to meet with departments now to organize their moves. And I know for myself, I have a date when I'll be moving my office into the Wynn. So those dates are being developed now and communicated to different departments. Every department has also received from Operational Readiness open items lists. So as you get your open items completed, please update Kathy Brown, and she is kbrown12 at mvhealthsystem.org, and it would be very helpful if you could update those lists to her in writing. Orientation plans are underway and scripts are being developed, and everyone will be scheduled for 3 different types of orientations. There'll be the orientation to the building itself, an orientation to your specific department, and also an orientation that includes the safety training to be in the building, where the fire alarms are and things like that. And there are OSHA requirements that we will all be trained on. Every single person that works in the Wynn will have to go through that orientation before receiving, as you receive a new badge to get into the Wynn. That includes physicians and residents as well, and that training for them is being developed as we speak. Nursing readiness, the interviews for the nurse leadership were put off 1 week because, as you might recall, we had DNV here last week, so those have been postponed. The draft plan for nursing orientation, which will be more intensive than some of the orientations for other departments, is being completed as we speak. Facilities planning, we have talked a little bit about the central utility plant that will be servicing the Wynn, is one of the most sophisticated central utility plants in all of central New York. It is really, really remarkable. And our facilities staff have already started their training with the vendors to be prepared to take care of that very complicated, very modern building. Human resources, the nursing vote will be on July 18th and 19th, and I want to get this right, from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. at both St. Elizabeth and St. Luke's campuses. Faxton voting will be from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. that same day, those 2 same days. And every nurse must vote in the building in which you work. So if you're working at St. E's, you got to vote at St. E's. All nurses are really strongly encouraged to vote. And managers will make time available for you so that you can be free to vote. And if you're at home and you're not working, we encourage you to please come in and vote. Union rules do not allow absentee voting. Okay, also in HR, mapping for the employee schedules for the Wynn is underway, and what this is the identification of all the job descriptions and the numbers of staff that will be working at different shifts, etc. That will all be mapped out in advance. Some of those departments, some departments have already completed that, and others will complete that probably after the union vote. IT has lots of moving pieces, a lot of moving things, and that includes the updated software, there are upgrades to the system, and there are also a lot of new devices. So we are scheduled for a network upgrade on July 11th. And the goal is no downtime. Now, we did have an upgrade, I think it was last week, where there was interruptions and there was more downtime than we were expected. If during the July 11th upgrade, the system does get interrupted, we will continue with that upgrade. We won't push it off to another day. So you will get information in advance on the plan, on what to happen if we have that downtime. So there are just many moving pieces to getting to the Wynn. And so later this month, I will hold employee forums at all campuses for all the employees to come in. We'll give you an update on the many things going on, but give you also the opportunity to ask questions to air your thoughts and your insights, and we will be sharing those dates with you soon. In August, you can put this on your calendar to be aware of, we will start customer service training for the organization, and we'll start first with all patient and visitor-facing employees at the Wynn. Those are the first ones that'll go through training. We will make the same training available to all of our locations, so in our physician practices and our outpatient centers. The training will eventually include you, but we're going to start with those moving into the Wynn first. We expect the entire organization to have gone through this training by Thanksgiving. I hear frequently from our employees and from members of the community that they really appreciate when we tackle rumors. So I'm going to go over a few rumors with you today as well. So the first is concern that the 373-bed Wynn Hospital will not be big enough. Our average daily census is about 325. And we monitor the census every day to keep our eyes on this and believe there is absolutely enough space, as we don't go over that number, the 373. We also have pre and post-op beds that could be used if we needed to, if there was another anomaly like another pandemic that caught us off guard. And then additionally, we have built the hospital where administration is located right next to the surgery area, and we can get picked up easily and moved out and have another nursing space built into that location. So I think there was a lot of thought that went into the design and the size of the hospital. And additionally, the state doesn't allow you to build speculative space. It is not permitted for us to build an open floor that we'll fill in later. In other states, including one that I used to work in, that was possible. But that is not possible in the state of New York. So we feel that we have the hospital that is the right size. Additionally, the length of stay for patient care has gone down significantly too, which allows us to be more efficient with the way the patients come and go. Another rumor that we are postponing the move into the Wynn because the parking garage won't be done. So that is not true. That would be like building a new house but not moving in because the garage is not painted. It's not practical, and after spending $625 million on this new hospital, postponing the move into it would be basically a violation of our role as stewards of this great community resource. So we'll be moving in on October 29th. Another rumor is that the nursing union won't accept the longevity status for nurses from the other union, and that also is not true. Both unions have agreed to honor the longevity of the other union, and we are hearing this rumor about both unions, and in both cases, it's not true. So this is how that process is going to work. As I told you, there will be a vote on July 18th and 19th. So the employer, that being MVHS, has agreed to bargain over the effects of the transition, and there will be one merged seniority list, and the procedure for merging the list will be negotiated with the prevailing union. And those are words right out of our agreement with the unions. So both nursing unions have agreed to allow employees to choose their collective bargaining rep through a vote. The prevailing union will be based on a majority of all votes cast. So that is all votes cast. If you don't vote, your vote won't count. There is a lab technical vote on July 20th at 6:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. and 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. at both St. Luke's and St. Elizabeth. And all technical lab members will be voting on whether they are going to be represented by CWA or be non-union. And then final rumor, and this one keeps recirculating year after year after year, and that is that everyone will have to reapply for their jobs. That is not the case. There's a small number of people in leadership positions that are being consolidated, and those few people will be going through interviews, and that's what I talked about a little earlier about nursing leaders. But no one else will have to reapply for your job. And the final rumor is, yes, I am still here. Have a great day, everybody.